Thank you very much.
This is Honorable Capon.
Deputy Minister,
He is the director at LISGIS. We are still here at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. I'm Francis Kedikobo coming to you live.
Deputy Director General, Mr. Johnson Q. Carr, and Deputy Director General VENMO H.M. Sunni, fellow Liberians. May I first and foremost extend my deepest sympathy to members of the folk estate, especially on the passing of Brother Fidel City. I want to extend my condolences to his wife, to his mom, and the entire family. Today, we'll be basically discussing two basic issues. We'll be looking at major data emanating from LISGIS, and we'll be talking about our key activities at the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services. There are three major statistical areas that we are going to concentrate on today. We're going to concentrate on releasing the preliminary results for the Liberia Agricultural Census, which was conducted from January to March of 2023. We'll be looking at inflationary trends and patterns from January to June to July of 2024. We'll also look at external trade statistics. In terms of the recently conducted agricultural census, a total of 359,056 agricultural households were covered during the agricultural census. The census was conducted, as I said, from January 2024 to March 2024. What were the key findings? Liberia has 338,630 agricultural households, concentrated primarily in three counties, with Nema County accounting for the highest proportion of persons in agricultural households. That is 21.4%, followed by Bon County, which is 63.7%. Lofa is 12.7%. Notably, 64.5% of these households are male-headed households. That is household headed by males. The agricultural population exceeds 1 million in Liberia. That is, of the total population, the number of persons engaged in agricultural activities exceeds 1 million, with 499,000 farmers, averaging 2 farmers per household and an average household size of 4. That is, agriculture also has an average number of persons to be 4 persons per household. 99% of agricultural households are engaged in crop cultivation. Usually we have crop cultivation, we have animal husbandry, and from the results we collected from the field, 99% of agricultural households were engaged in crop cultivation, with rice being the most cultivated crop in Liberia, grown by 56.3% of households, followed by cassava, that is 45.9%. Poultry and livestock rearing are less common practices in Liberia. Only 8.1% of the households reported raising poultry, and 6% reported livestock rearing. Approximately 72.9% of agricultural households hire external labor, with a preference for male workers. Child labor in crop production is notably more prevalent in Grand Cru and Lofa counties. Fertilizer use is limited, with just 11.3% of households reporting its use, with a higher concentration in Monserrado County. The vast majority of agricultural tools are manually operated, with 87.2% of households using hand hoes and 94.1% using cutlasses. The use of power or machine power equipment remains minimal. We go to inflationary trends from January to August 2024, and the inflationary trend from January to August 2024 will be compared to the same period from January to August 2023. The annual averages from January to July 2024, the average inflation rate stood at 7.4%, reflecting a notable decrease compared to 9.9% average recorded during the same period in 2023. This decline signals positive progress over the past year. Observations. The inflation trend for 2024 shows a significant downward trajectory starting in May, with rates consistently lower than those observed in 2023. The most pronounced reductions occurred in May, June, and July 2024, where inflation dropped by over 5 percentage points compared to the same period or the same months in 2023. The downward shifts suggest that inflationary pressures have eased considerably throughout the May months of 2024. And I know you will ask me what are the reasons. One of the major factors for this is the decline or the reduction in global oil prices across the world. And other factors could be relative to tighter monetary policies that are being instituted by the Central Bank of Liberia. Now we look to external trade statistics. For external trade statistics, we'll be looking at the volume of trade, we'll be looking at the total exports, total imports, and the balance of trade. From January to August 2024, Liberia total trade amounted to $1.9 billion United States dollars, consisting of US $735.6 million in exports and $1.15 billion in imports. The country recorded a trade deficit of $411 million, highlighting that imports continue to outpace exports during this period. I could go on talking about the month-by-month measures, but because of time, we will just go to the key trading partners. Top export destination, the top countries that we export our commodities to. Germany received the largest share of exports, that is $458 million United States dollars. Switzerland followed with $224 million US dollars. The US or United States ranked third with $121 million US dollars. Additional exports destinations include the United Kingdom, that is $20.3 million, and Belgium, $13.7 million. Top import sources. I know some will wonder, I'm sure there will be questions from this. Côte d'Ivoire was the largest source of imports, with $167.6 million in goods. India followed with $125 million, with Togo accounting for $104 million. Other key import partners include China, $90.8 million, and the United States, $14.3 million. Top imported products. So when you're looking at the top countries where Liberia is importing our products from, you look at the products. The major product happens to be petroleum product. So a lot of the products coming from Cote d'Ivoire refers to petroleum products, which amounts to, in terms of our total petroleum imports during the period, was $278.8 million US dollars. Rice was another major import, which accounted for $134.7 million spent on the importation of rice. Other significant imports included electric machinery, $29.9 million, machines for data reception and transmission, that is $21.5 million, and diesel powered vehicles and cylinder capacity, that is $20.8 million. Top exported products, the product that we export. Gold bullion dominated exports. So majority of when we're talking about Germany being the highest destination country in terms of our exports, the product going to Germany happens to be basically gold. And the total gold export amounted to $476.5 million US dollars. Natural rubber, technically specified, that is accounted for $102.5 million in exports. Iron ore concentrates were also significant with exports of $96.7 million US dollars. Additional key exports include palm oil, which is $20.5 million, diamonds, $13.6 million. Those are the key results in terms of our major data we collected from January to July of this year. So let me go now to other key updates. When we took over from LISGIS, one of our key concerns happened to be building the capacity of building the statistical capacity of LISGIS, and also ensuring that the national statistical system is equipped in order to be able to collect, to process, to analyze, and to disseminate data. Because of this, we have embarked upon the process of ensuring that we train staff of LISGIS in various fields: demography, statistics, geoinformatics, data science. So we will be sending a total of 20 LISGIS staff this year for master's degree in various fields just mentioned, 20. Tomorrow we will be having a send-off program in which we are expecting the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia in person of Jeremiah Cancun to be at the program, which is at the Monrovia City Hall. We'll be having a send-off program. Apart from the 20 LISGIS staff that we are hoping to be sending, we have an additional of 9 staff of the University of Liberia Mathematics Department who will be going also for master's degree and a PhD at the University of Botswana to pursue studies in statistics. Because we know that if we must transform our country, if we must make sure that we can track the deliverables and the major indicators of the arrest agenda for inclusive development, this cannot be done in the absence of trained manpower, especially in LISGIS and in the general statistical system. When we talk about the statistical system, we are talking about agencies that are producing data. So this is a major landmark effort, honorable ministers, in terms of what we are going to do, because we are talking about a total of 29 persons. Apart from those 29 persons, we initially sent a total of 3 persons, one to India to do data science, 2 to India, and another went to Malawi to do statistics. Because I I joined LISGIS in 2007 as a young student from the Obafemi Awolowo University from Nigeria. When we did the 2008 census, I was sent as the first staff of LISGIS to pursue masters in demography. We were 3 persons. So the burden rests upon us, not just to receive education and just sit back, but to ensure that similar venture or similar goodwill that was done for us to build our capacity, to make us to be able to stay here today, we should do the same for our people. And this scholarship will be mainly coming with funding from the Harmonizing and Improving Statistics in West Africa project, which is in collaboration with the World Bank. Apart from this, we have done several things. I just read data on inflation rates. We have ensured that we have monthly estimates for consumer price index indicators, which leads to the computation of monthly inflation. We have updated the basket of commodities that should be used to do these computations. We have monthly data on inputs and exports. They are available.